You're back on the Mastiff channel. I'm going to do something a wee bit different for you tonight. Going to give away a few secrets that you will never have heard before about some darts professionals. Something that you had to be there to know that it happened. And a lot of the times, I was there. So I'm going to give you, later on in the video, one story that will blow your mind. Nothing bad about any pros, I wouldn't do that to anybody. But it's stuff that you would never hear anywhere else. So I'm going to give you an update first of all on the Target tour, because I've not done it for a couple of weeks. So this has been up now for 2 months. So as you can see, it's actually wearing pretty well. I've turned it, this is the third time, this is the third section I've turned it onto. That one was on, that one was on. So actually it's not done too bad. I still don't think it will last like the skipjack board, but it's a beautiful board to play on, so I'm really happy with it. So I can't fault it really. So again, time will tell. Right, now, if you've been watching the videos, you'll have seen that Sharon has been practicing, and we're trying to get her to get a bit better on the board. So we'll catch up now and see what she's been doing this week and if she's making any progress. Right, guys. So how is it going, Sharon?
Yeah, it's been a bit better. I would say most of the darts are going in the area that I want.
Yeah.
I am finding my first dart is going way over and hitting the 18s.
Yeah.
And then when I try and readjust, it's going too far.
So you're over adjusting, yeah?
Yes.
So that's a common fault in most players, is over adjusting. So yeah, so let's see how you're going. Let's see what's happening here. I know you've been hitting a few 20s, you've been practicing the 20s, so let's go and see. And the board would be good.
See, 18. It's always the first one.
It wasn't the first one that time, was it?
Oh, no.
So you're getting all nervous now because you're on camera, eh? You have to just calm down and you know you can do it.
Most of them go in the same, in the area. Wow. I have had 3, but only a couple of times.
Had a couple of trebles as well, eh? Yeah, you have to watch that, then that's a complete waste of darts, eh? I'm getting closer now. It's hard when you've got 2 people watching you.
See the 18 again.
Now, if you keep thinking about the 18, it's going to go to the 18, so
Yeah.
don't you worry about the 18. Just concentrate on keeping them straight. Right. So I reckon you're throwing them high because we did change your darts from the heavier set to the lighter set. So you might not be getting used to them yet. So when you're going for the 20s, aim for just under the treble 20 at the minute.
Yeah, that's my section I'm aiming for.
Right, so if you aim for that, aim for lower down on the 20, just to get used to the weight on them. But it looks like you've done a bit of improvement anyway, and I have seen during the week when I've come in here and you've been practicing, you hit a couple of trebles as well that I've seen, so...
They're definitely all closer together.
Yeah, well that's what you want, grouping's what we want. It's not an overnight thing, people don't realise that, but yeah, that's alright. And are you feeling more confident about it?
Yes, yeah. It's just, especially last week, I don't always get every day to practice, so it's not a lot.
You're only practicing, what, 15 minutes or 20 minutes a day, 4 days a week, maybe?
Yeah.
Well, it's going to take a wee bit longer then, isn't it?
Yeah.
But, yeah. But anytime you can get in here to practice, and I know you've got an injury at the minute as well, so in case you don't know what the injury is, Sharon's actually a hairdresser. She's not a full-time darts professional, I'll tell you that now. Otherwise we'd be in a tent filming. So Sharon's injury is due to cutting hair for years and years and years, and it's actually, it's like a tendon in her hand that she needs to get injections a lot of the time. So she's doing really well to do what she's doing. So well done.
Good.
And I shall hope to see you practicing again during the week. Well, I'll make sure you're practicing during the week. I'll lock you in here.
All right then.
All right?
Yeah.
All right.
See you later.
All right, we'll see you next week. Right. So, there we go, guys. I'll just turn this microphone off. There we go. I think Sharon's throw is getting a lot better, don't you, Manny? I think her throw looks better, the actual mechanics of the throw. So yeah, I think she'll definitely get it. For what I seen the other day, I think she gets nervous on the camera. A lot of people do. Look, I do. You know, look how shaky I am. Right, now, I have pimped a set of darts tonight, right? And these are really, really, really nice. So, I've got them here. So these are the Q-Sol Chinese Dragon. Now I've put some Evo points in them, some Caliburn Evo 36mm points, and they've got some Target Japan K-Flex on them. But if you look at these darts, they're stunning. 23 gram. The grip on them is lovely. It's not over grippy, but they're just a beautiful, beautiful looking dart. I mean, stunning really. They rival anything that Target Japan bring out, looks wise, and they're actually half the price. I think these sell for about 140, 150 bucks. Actually a really, really stunning looking dart. I mean that black coating and that grip, it actually looks like onyx. It's just stunning. So there you go, guys. That's a quick one this week. Now, I'm going to tell you a story this week about what happens sometimes with the professionals that you would never hear anybody else, right? First, before that, I am, next week, going to show you what this is, because people keep asking, what is that thing? Well, I'll tell you next week. Well, that'll be on next week. Remind me. So, to tell this story, I'll give you a clue. Right. So, darts players these days, they go to the gym, they all look fit. I see most of them are on a health kick at the minute. Gerwin Price, Chris Dobie, Peter Wright, Michael Van Gerwen have all lost weight, but it wasn't always like that. Most of the guys, when I started playing darts, most of the guys your days were spent practicing in the pub. The gym was the name of a guy you knew. That was the nearest you got to a gym. There was a guy called Jim. So they never went to the gym, right? Which actually bred some of the biggest drinkers I've ever seen. And believe me, I come from a place and was brought up in a place where drinking's an art. Drinking is not a hobby, it's a religion. So I know a big drinker from somebody that doesn't drink a lot. Now, the misconception is, if you asked any man in the street who was the biggest drinker in darts, I guarantee you they would say Andy Fordham, the Viking. Now, Andy was a massive drinker. I've seen Andy during a game drink a carton of beer, 24 bottles of Holston pills during one game. You know, I've seen him at an exhibition. I've carried the bucket on full of his beers. The man was a machine with drinking. I mean, he was up to about 31 stone at one time. And I could have got Sharon to tell you there, when we were at Blackpool for the match play one year, we were all staying in the same hotel. And in the morning, I'd have a fry up and put on my table, waiting for me just to get there. Martin, Merv, all nice fry up, proper British breakfast sitting there in front of you. Andy on his table had 6 bottles of Holston pills at 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. So Andy would start drinking early on and keep drinking all day and never be drunk. He always looked the same. But Andy wasn't the biggest drinker in darts, because I can tell you who was. Now, I knew this guy was a massive drinker because I've been standing behind him with a tray, and he only drank out of jugs, a tray of pints of cider. And this man would throw 3 darts, come back, drink a pint of cider, throw another 3 darts, come back, drink another pint of cider. So I'd have to have a tray with 8 pints on and then a tray sitting on the bar ready to exchange for empties during a game. Now, this man was Big Cliff Lazarenko. And for the younger people that watch your videos that don't know him, Big Cliff in the 80s was right up there in the top 6 or 7 darts players with Eric Bristow, John Lowe, Jockey Wilson, Dennis Priestley. He was still on the go when Phil Taylor started his career, so everybody knew Big Cliff. Everybody loved Big Cliff. He was about 6'6", massive guy, massive big guy. So, Eric Bristow, I'm in a pub with Eric Bristow in Blackpool, and he was telling me we'd met this boy, and this boy reckoned he was a big drinker. So he wanted to go out that night with Eric Bristow and Cliff Lazarenko for a drinking competition, which I thought was absolute suicidal. So he goes, I went elsewhere. Next morning, gets up, has breakfast. Later on in the pub, I asked Eric Bristow, how did you go last night with that boy? And he said, he ended up in hospital getting his stomach pumped. And I said, well, that's not surprising. How did he do? How many pints did he get? How many pints did he drink? He said, well, I think he done about 15 or 16, he said, so he done all right for a young boy. Now, Eric could drink 20, 25 pints of Guinness easy in one session. So he said he tried his best to keep up with Cliff. And I said, right, I said, well, that's just madness, because even a gang of 6 guys couldn't keep up with Cliff. So I'm going to tell you now, and this is gospel truth, this is God's honest. I asked Bristow, how many pints did Cliff put away? 52 pints of cider. 52. So they had the barman in the pub they were in counting because they were in a competition. He drank 52 pints of cider, and that's in one sitting. Now, if it's crazy. I mean, I don't know how he done it. I really don't. I mean, I come from a drinking area, like I said, and that would just annihilate me. But yeah, 52 pints of cider. So if you ask me, I don't know anybody that can drink like that. I've never heard of anybody that can drink like that. So I would say Big Cliff is the biggest drinker in darts. Cheers, Cliff. So that's something that nobody would probably ever tell you. That's somebody that you would never ever get, something you would never ever get to know. So every week I'm going to tell you some of the secrets about pros. Still playing today, a lot of them. And I'll tell you a wee secret that only certain people that were there would know. So you won't hear it anywhere else, only on the Mastiff channel. So, if you want to hear stories and a few tales of the pros, like, subscribe, and if you don't, the Mastiffs come round. So, cheers guys. I'll get another 51 pints in a minute. I'll just finish this one first. So, we'll see you again next week. So, follow us through to the next one. Cheers.